We handed it out, and it multiplied in our hands. And there were 12 full baskets left over. The people wanted to make Jesus king by force. Their force. So Jesus went away to the mountains to be alone. That night, we disciples, we went down to the Sea of Galilee, and we entered into a boat. We're going out to Capernaum. It became very dark. The sea was rising because of a great wind. It became hard to keep our course. Straining with all our might, we could only manage 3 or 4 miles. Storms on the Sea of Galilee can come very suddenly and can be very severe. We were getting nowhere. The disciples who had fed the multitude with Jesus would drown on the sea without him. Then Peter cried out, "Look!" And we beheld an apparition in light coming to us upon the waves. We were afraid. But then, from the light, the voice of Jesus. "It is I. Do not be afraid." He was coming to us on the waves, and the water that had cursed our oars blessed his feet with tenderness. "Jesus!" We received him into the boat, and as soon as we had done so, we were at the dry land. It was a miracle upon the water. Jesus, the public Messiah, had come to his men in a private sign. Nothing was quite the same after that. We went with him as he went, teaching the crowds, speaking in the synagogues, healing the sick, and always we knew that Jesus, the Messiah, had a place for us in his kingdom. And always the Pharisees were there. They were inquisitive bystanders at every healing, lurking people at every meeting. They lurked and looked and lingered only to defame him. Then one day Jesus met them openly at the temple after the Feast of the Tabernacles. "If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink." And to the Pharisees he said, "I am the light of the world. If you abide in my word, you will find the truth. And that truth shall set you free."
We are Abraham's seed, and have never been in bondage to any man. Our father is Abraham.
"Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he did see it, and he was glad."
You are not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham?
"Before Abraham was, I am." And they took up stones to cast at Jesus. But he hid himself and went out from the temple. And as he was going out, he saw a blind man by the wayside, and he healed his eyes with clay.